Hi, I'm Dennis DiCicco, Senior Editor of Sky and Telescope magazine here at the 2014 Northeast Astronomy Forum, better known as NEAF. And right now I'm in the Skywatcher booth with Kevin Legore, a product specialist. And Skywatcher, as a brand name, is fairly well known for more than a decade in much of the world, especially Europe. But here in the United States, it's relatively new to people. But Skywatcher has a large range of equipment that goes from simple observer stuff up to very high-end astrophotography material. So I want Kevin to give me a little quick tour of everything that they have here. Ready to go?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. All right, what do we have here?
So these are our Pro ED line of telescopes, and they're all ED Apos. We have our 80mm f7.5, 100mm f9, and then the flagship of the line, the 120 f7.5.
All right, well give me some, they're all roughly the same, so why don't you give me the features and show me some of the stuff on this one.
Absolutely. The Pro ED line is our ED doublet line. They use an FPL 53 ED objective with a shot element, so they're highly corrected for any color.
All right.
And they come with all sorts of accessories to make sure you're ready to go right out of the box. This is our 50mm right angle finder. And then the scopes also come with a 2-inch dielectric diagonal with an 1.25" adapter, and these both have compression rings. 2 eyepieces, a 20mm and a 5mm long eye relief, and then a dual speed Crayford focuser. They all come with their mounting rings, a Vixen style dovetail mount, and a travel case.
And we should mention that the mount here is used just for display purposes.
Exactly.
It's not the mount for the telescope. Which brings up a point. For mounts for these telescopes, do you have a recommendation?
Absolutely. We have several mounts here at the show that we can go over.
All right, well, we ought to take a look at them.
So here's our first mount that we have currently available. This is the Skywatcher All-View mount. It's an Alt-Az go-to mount that holds about 10 pounds. So it's perfect for our 80 and 100mm ED doublets. And another unique feature about this mount, it has dual encoders, so one on each axis, and it also has the ability to do panoramic and video panoramic functions.
When you say panoramic, does it have a really slow pan mode?
Yes, and you can actually adjust that in the hand controller through several different speeds and styles.
So this would be a great piece of equipment for people who want to do nightscape time-lapse photography with the slow pans, some of the beautiful stuff that we've seen recently. That's great. Now, has this got internal batteries?
Yeah, it has an internal battery pack that uses AA batteries, and then for those who have their own battery pack, it can run off of 12 volt.
Wow, nice piece of equipment. All right, what's the other mount that you have here?
The next mount we have is the Skywatcher AZ EQ6. Now this is a unique mount in the fact that it can do Alt-Az or equatorial. It can hold 45 pounds in equatorial and 45 per side in Alt-Az. Another unique feature about the AZ EQ6 is that it has internal belt drive, so it removes any backlash, or most backlash, and it also has dual encoders.
So Kevin, you had mentioned something to me about the availability of this mount, if people want to get a hold of it.
Yeah, currently the Skywatcher Alt-Az mount is currently available through Skywatcher Canada only, not here in the States.
Okay, but people in the States can order it and it would be shipped from Canada, correct?
Absolutely, just like any other dealer.
Okay, excellent. Now, I know you have a much bigger mount that we're going to see in a few minutes when we get to the astrophotography equipment, but I also believe you have a smaller mount?
Yep, yes we do.
All right, want to take a look at that?
Absolutely.
So I can see it's got an auto guider input, so it'll take an auto guider. Looks like there's a battery compartment up here.
Yep, 4 AA's.
4 AA's, so it's all self-contained. Have a polar alignment scope.
Yep, that's included inside.
Beautiful, all built in.
Yep.
And you mount it on a tripod.
Yeah, there's 3/8 and 1/4-20, so you can pull the 1/4-20 adapter out.
All right, so you can line it up and do equatorial driven mounts, or you can use it for panoramic work.
Yeah. Another unique feature about actually all of our mounts is it has the snap feature, which you can actually trigger the SLR cameras through the mount.
So in other words, you have a little cable that goes from here to the camera, and then with the hand controller, you can snap your pictures.
Yeah, and this has presets. On this particular one, you do all your controls on the camera, where on the other mounts, you do it through the hand controller.
You do really? Wow, that's pretty nice.
And then it also comes with an array of accessories. So this is the ball head accessory. There's a little equatorial weight and mounting accessory. and you can actually take the counterweight off and put 2 cameras on here. So it's perfect for eclipse chasers because it's small, holds about 10, 11 pounds, and it also has a brass worm gear inside of it, so the quality is high.
So I just noticed this has got a standard Vixen style dovetail, so people can put in equipment that they want. And what's on the side here?
This is the switch. So you've got the off, you've got your stellar speeds, solar, lunar, and then faster speeds if you want to do faster star trailing or panoramic modes. And these actually have presets for those who actually want to do panoramics already, so you don't have to figure out where you need to slew to. It's done.
All right, now I can see one here that's really important, this half sidereal speed. This has become a real popular feature recently with astrophotographers who want to do landscapes and starscapes because it gives them a split of the motion between the stars and the ground. It's a beautiful function to have half speed in there. That's nice.
And then these are also lit up by LEDs at night, so you can actually see that. This and your slewing button.
That's nice. You have some Dobsonian reflectors.
Yeah, they're here. Let's go check them out. They're right.
All right. So here's your line of Dobsonians.
Yeah, so this is our 8-inch f6 collapsible. We have a 10-inch. This is our 12-inch. We have a 14-inch, and then this is our 16-inch.
So the 16-inch one is the big one here in the collapsible. So show me some of the features. They all have roughly the same features, right?
Mostly. The 8 through 12-inch have a single-speed Crayford focuser, and the 14 and 16 have the dual-speed Crayford. Another feature on them is the right-angle 50mm finder on the 8 through 12 and the standard straight-through for the 14 and 16.
And all of them have, it's a 2-inch focuser on all of them.
Correct.
With the 1 1/4-inch adapter. These telescopes come with eyepieces as well?
Yeah, they come with a 25mm and a 10mm Plossl.
All right. So I notice these are all collapsible tubes, make them easier for transport. You just loosen the clamps, slide it down, makes it more compact. But I noticed a couple of little holes. What is that all about?
So we actually have 2 presets. There's the full extended preset, which we're at now, and then for those who are looking to use bino viewers, you can drop it to the second preset, and you're all set.
So that people are just using a regular eyepiece, have the telescope fully extended, the focus is just right for that. But if you want to add a bino viewer here where you need the focus to come out a little further, you can drop back to these preset holes.
Exactly.
Beautiful. That's a nice feature.
There's a couple other things that we want to mention on the 14 and 16-inch models only. First, the 14 and 16s have a collapsible base, which are these screws, and it actually helps break the base apart so it's easier for transport.
Okay, make it more compact and fold the pieces down, lighter weight as well, I suppose.
Yeah, and another thing about the 14 and 16s for lighter weight as well as faster cooling is we went with a conical primary mirror, so they're much thinner and bolted in the center.
So I notice you have another interesting solution to lightweight mirrors as well. You want to show me that?
Yes, it's right over here on our 18-inch prototype.
So, this is your 18-inch, and you said it's a prototype?
Yeah, we're still in the design phase for most of it, but we're going after the larger apertures now. So this is our 18-inch f4.1 lightweight truss, and besides just a smaller footprint as far as the box and everything, we went with a lightweight cellular mirror as well.
So this is actually, you have another mirror over here that is uncoated, so we can take a look at that. But show me the other features that you have here.
So this mirror sits on a 9-point flotation mirror cell, and instead of the usual strip along the bottom of the mirror, we use these clips that not only act as a brace for the mirror, but also keep it centered inside of the cell.
So this is a prototype that you're still working out some of the refinements on?
Yes.
All right. So you've got this uncoated mirror. We can see what it looks like inside?
Yeah, so this is the 18-inch model. It's actually 2 inches thick and weighs 19 pounds. We'll also follow it with a 20-inch model as well.
So it's actually a fused sandwich of glass. You've got a back plate, a front plate, and all these glass tubes, and they've all been fused together. So this one's unground. It's just a blank that is ready for being ground and polished.
Yeah, completely unground, just for displays here at the show to show the internal structure.
So I know we've saved one of the most interesting pieces of equipment for last.
Yeah.
This is a nice astrophotography setup.
Yeah, it's the flagship of the Skywatcher family.
All right, let's go.
So this is the flagship line of the Skywatcher USA lineup. This is the Esprit series, which is a family of triplet refractors, 80 f5, 100 f5.5, 120 f7, and our 150 f7.
All right, triplet objectives.
Yep.
Looks like you've got field flatteners here.
That's the unique thing about the Esprit. Like our Pro ED line where it comes with many accessories, so do the Esprits. You come with deluxe mounting rings, dovetail plates, and then all the adapters that you need for imaging, as well as a field flattener. And these ship standard with a Canon 48mm T-ring. We also have Nikon and Sony.
So all of these are standard accessories that come with it as a unit, and
Yes, as well as the case.
as well as the case. All right, now you've got T-rings, when you say the 48mm, these are the large aperture T-rings, so there is no vignetting on the big chips, right?
Yes, so you can handle the full frame sensors of the Canon 5D Mark III, as well as other full frame cameras.
So that's great. What about cooled astronomical cameras? Those work with this as well, right?
Yes, you have a machine spacer for your particular camera setup, but that can be paired right onto the flatteners.
All right. What are some of the other features that you've got here?
Some of the other features we have here is the new motor focus that we're introducing here at the show. This is a partnership with Starizona, and this can be paired with any of our dual speed focusers, be it on the Pro ED line or the Esprit line, and it uses the standard micro touch focuser that Starizona has been selling for years.
All right. Now I notice you can rotate the camera bodies here. The whole focuser rotates.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Some of the other features, of course, the index marks on the draw tube. That's nice. So they also come with a finder?
Yeah, 50mm right angle finder, as well as the same 2-inch dielectric diagonal found on our Pro EDs.
Oh, which is a good reminder. These are not just astrographs, but they're excellent visual telescopes as well.
Yeah, they're absolutely superior to anything else in our refractor lines. They're highly corrected for any color whatsoever.
Flat field and color, yeah, very good. Now what about tell me a little bit about the mount here.
So this is the Skywatcher EQ8 mount. This is brand new this year. It's a 110-pound payload capacity, comes with the pier. The head comes in its own travel case. It has dual encoders, belt drive, and 5 seconds of periodic error right out of the box, as well as the same triggering features we were talking about in our earlier mounts for DSLR users.
I noticed you actually have the little wire there, so people from the hand control can actually do all the control of the camera.
Yeah, your entire sequence for SLRs can be done through the mount's firmware.
So you had mentioned, like the other mount, this is available from Skywatcher Canada.
Yeah, so just like the AZ EQ6, you can call up Skywatcher Canada and they'll ship it just like any other dealer.
All right. So, well, this is a very nice arrangement of equipment that you have here. It covers everything from small visual telescopes up to big reflectors, and then premium astrophotography gear. I want to thank you very much for telling me all about this stuff. If our viewers want to get more information about any of this equipment, especially the prices on it, they can go to your website.
Yeah, www.skywatcherusa.com.
All right, Skywatcher's just one word.
Yep, all together.
All right, excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dennis.
All right. I'm Dennis DiCicco for Sky and Telescope magazine here at the Skywatcher booth at NEAF 2014.